incision until the time that the light ceases.
Can you pick what organs you want to donate?
Wait, so if I give up my organs...
Because I don't want to donate my eyes.
When you're on your last turn.
When you're on your last They'll pay for the last $5,000 and your $40,000
Everybody can have my stuff.
I donate all my organs but my eyes.
I've always been told I
bill. So if I donate a liver or something this week...
Right.
I know, because another reason is, like, when you're dead, you're not going to use your stuff.
I know, but,
like, you might as well let somebody else.
When I think about it, though,
if you don't have all your organs, that would have to go like evil.
I want somebody to make a suit out of me.
Or that's my opinion. It's never said in the Bible that you can't get into heaven without your organs. It's never in the Bible. I'll have my cast out. So, just say,
You want me to move this right here?
there's only one.
You watch a lot of horror movies or something.
You watch horror movies.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like you make a
It
fucking
makes me
suit
think
out
of
of
Men in Black.
or whatever you.
That man that was gross with the cat.
Yeah, well, that's when he said that. That's what it reminded me of. Was,
I really want to go home and watch that movie now.
What, Men in Black?
Yeah.
The dude from Law and Order, Criminal Intent.
Probably good.
Oh yeah,
So, like, that's
I was waiting for
My
Little Pony.
I love it.
Next week is our last week, guys.
Huh?
It's our last time together.
I'm sad.
No,
I say we just hold class
Yeah,
all
next
day
week.
on Saturday.
Girl.
Oh, I just want to inform everyone.
Okay, time to begin.
I'll wait.
Inform us at the end.
I will,
Okay,
yes.
go ahead, Alan.
Hi, my name is Allan. Today I'm going to talk to you about bronies. I should start by explaining what My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is, which is the latest generation of the well-known My Little Pony television series, as well as toy series. You may be wondering what do I mean by brony. I mean typically men, but also women, who are of the adult age, who watch My Little Pony and also enjoy it. In many cases, also purchasing the merchandise. As you can see, Friendship is Magic is typically what brony refers to. Pegasus is the female version of brony. There's a lot of hate and a lot of disgust that goes on about these people. One of the most popular arguments is it's a kid's show. Why are adults watching a kids television show? It's for kids. It's meant for kids. How could an adult be interested in this TV show? You guys must be gay is another common phrase about this, about bronies and Pega sisters, mainly because it's not normal. It's a very un-adult-like behavior. 4chan, the website 4chan.com, which some of you may be familiar with, is one website where there's been a lot of hatred toward bronies and Pega sisters. At one point, posting of pony-related material was also banned from the site, or at least one portion of the site. Also, users from various portions of any other website on the internet, basically annoyed that ponies are being posted, annoyed that about the thought of adults watching My Little Pony and as such. Why are bronies so great? Not that they're great necessarily, but that they do produce some interesting, viable entertainment and material. Fan art, for instance. Art made by people of characters from the show, or even of characters that people design inspired by the show. Music. People who are often making dubstep remixes of songs from the show. Dubstep is basically techno and rap combined in an amazing combination that facilitates orgasm of the ears. Animated music videos, which is basically clips from the show, or any animated show for that matter, arranged in such a way as to facilitate the plot, most often arranged to music. The show. What's so great about the show? Why? And this is where I come to, why are adults interested in the show? One thing, that's a wholesome message. As are most television shows for kids, the show basically promotes friendship, it promotes being nice, it promotes values that are important not only in childhood but later in adult life. It's clean. You will not find any swearing or sexual implications have been typed in the show in any episode as it is made and intended, I believe it is for 4 to 11-year-olds. It's at least somewhat mature. You know, most kids' television shows are made for kids, obviously, and as such, they're usually immature. The characters don't have much of a personality, or they have very simple personality, very simplistic, and very childlike. In this show, the characters rather are more like adults, more like people that have more developed personalities, because the shows are more well thought out than typical kid shows. The message is everyone can learn from them. As I mentioned earlier, adults can learn from these messages as well as kids, and are also very important in their life. And if you're thinking, bronies are not just guys living in their mom's basements who have nothing else to do with their lives. It's also very successful people, and in some cases, people who have money. There's nothing wrong with bronies. They're not hurting anyone by watching the show. They sit and watch the show. They may be buying merchandise. They're not going out and murdering people because of the show or anything like that. They're not breaking the law. There's no law against adults watching shows aimed for kids, am I right? They're not doing anything wrong. What's wrong with watching a kid's show? Maybe it's a little bit silly, maybe it's a little bit unusual. There's nothing wrong with it. And most importantly, suddenly we have a mass of adults getting into something good. Not that there's anything wrong with Call of Duty or violent video games, but suddenly we have adults getting into something that's completely devoid of anything evil whatsoever. Don't knock it until you try it. Why hate something if you don't even try it? I mean, if anybody has never watched the show, what business do they have getting on people who watch the show? If they did watch the show, this brings me to my next point: love and tolerate. You know, I don't expect everybody to love bronies, but I do hope that you guys will tolerate them, because even if you watch the show and you don't like it, you don't think it's something for adults to watch, what does it hurt you if they are watching it? Why not just tolerate them and let them go about their own business? Watching My Loved One does not make them homosexual, nor is this any indication of homosexuality. Even if it is, it goes back to my love and tolerate. And you can see here we have the character Rainbow Dash, which is hypothesized by many, mostly haters, to represent the lesbian, gays, bisexual, transsexual community. This is not necessarily the case. This has not been the case indicated by Hasbro, which is the producer of the show. Even if it is, I go back once again, love and tolerate. What's wrong with it? In conclusion, I hope that everybody will at least tolerate watches of My Little Pony. Maybe even try it yourselves. But my main point is that there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with people watching the show. There's nothing wrong with people of adult age watching the show. And there's nothing wrong with the fandom in general. My works cited are the 5 stages of brony, a video on YouTube, EquestriaDaily.com, brony Facebook posts, memebase.com, and personal experience as knowledge. Any questions? Yes.
So a brony is just a feeling of being. A brony is not like this horse name is Brony.
No, a brony refers to people of adult age who
Like a
like
bro.
Red Bull.
And a pony next, a brony.
Right.
It's like a what?
Bro.
A bro.
And pony.
Like, you know how you
Get out of here.
awesome.
Brony, I'm thinking this.
I did not know.
I still watch kids.
My mom watches Disney Channel by herself. And
Nice job, Alan.
Thank you. Any
I
other
watch.
questions?
Any more questions for Alan before we move on?
Like I knew of My Little Pony has been around for years.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I didn't know they
No.
exist. I didn't know there was a subculture.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was like anything to do with that beyond like
I like the
child's
Rainbow
age
one.
or a
What's
TV
his
show.
name? And Rainbow one's name?
Okay, Brian W.
I just have one thing to say, that my friend